Good morning. Good morning. So I found myself on a menopause course, and I guess, I'll be 47 this year, so I'm right in the middle of that. Well, probably getting towards the end of perimenopause. And I wouldn't say that I've had any noticeable symptoms myself, but I work with a lot of women predominantly, and so I felt like I wanted to understand this process of change that happens later in life, this portal of transformation, and whilst I'm very interested in that from a spiritual perspective, would say I'm predominantly interested in from that perspective. In fact, I'd go as far to say what I see from a higher perspective around the menopause is like a spiritual awakening, but coming down a level and like underneath into the body, the physical experience, the human experience of the menopause is quite complicated, in terms of symptoms that show up for women, which part of the endocrine system that's linked to, and what might be causing, as well as the imbalance or the change in hormone, any lifestyle factors that might be impacting. So I thought, well, if I'm finding this complicated, then surely lots of other women are. And I know that there has been a rise, a move back towards hormone replacement therapy. So back in the day, my early 20s, I was going around GP surgeries, pushing HRT in my drug dealing days, and it was quite the trend back then. And then obviously we had a move away from menopause, from HRT. So I reached out to the amazing Louise Oliver, GP, who specialises in women's health. Some of you will remember her from the breath work seminar that we did, and said, could we have you on a Zoom call for our lovely community so that we can ask you lots of questions that we'd love to ask our GPs, but probably wouldn't have, the GP may not be specialised in women's health, or may not have time to sit and answer all these questions. And she was well up for that. So I feel deeply grateful that she's going to give us an hour of her time on Saturday the 25th of March, so not too far in the future. So if any of you would like to register for that and come with your list of either symptoms, or just a list of questions that you'd like to ask. So we'll be covering the pros and cons of HRT, how you might be able to avoid actually going down a HRT route if you start to intervene with the menopause early. Remember, perimenopause can start as early as 35. So if we're adjusting our lifestyle factors, so we'll be covering diet, exercise, light, sleep, all these lifestyle factors that can influence our hormones, then maybe HRT won't be something that you'll need. However, if it is, how to navigate which HRT, which hormone is out of balance for you, depending on which symptoms, and all those questions that we'd love to ask a GP if they were sat in front of us. So I hope you can all join. I'll post the details below, and please reach out if you have any questions. Mwah.